So you just graduated high school and you're wondering what should you do to pretty much succeed in the real world. I have 3 tips for you guys that I wish I would have done straight out of high school. So without further ado, let's get on into the video. All right, guys, so welcome back. This one's for all my young adults out there just getting out of high school, potentially thinking of going to college and stuff like that. So I have 3 tips / strategies that I would do if I was starting high school over and graduating. Congrats to you guys that are graduating and going on to college, or if you're not going to college and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, watch this video so I can assist you with some pretty good strategies. All right. So first things first, if you are 18, in my personal opinion, I think you need to start with getting a credit card. Okay. So if you don't have a credit card already, like if your parents haven't put you on their credit card when you were like 16 or something to help build your credit, I highly recommend getting a credit card. Now, are you going to be able to get some high crazy limit credit card? Probably not. But what you can do is get a what they call secured credit card. And the reason I say get a secured credit card is because it's up to you to choose your balance, right? So what I mean by that is some secured credit cards, for example, Capital One, they allow you to deposit the amount that you want. So for example, minimum of $100, you deposit that $100, they'll give you an additional $100. So you have a total of $200 as your credit limit. All right. That personally is all I think you need to establish some credit and get you going in the credit world, because you're going to need that once you get about my age, which is 33. All right. So I'm telling you guys, just for advice, please get yourself a credit card to help build up your credit history. Okay. Now, don't go blowing the credit card. Don't go just spending it on silly stuff. You know, use that credit card to either put gas in your car or, you know, buy you a $5 meal once every week or something like that. You don't want to burn the credit card up. You want to try to use at least 10% of what your total balance is of the card. So let's say, for example, you have the $200 limit. You want to only use $20 of that $200 limit. That way you're staying at 10%. All right. So first thing I would highly suggest if you are 18, just getting out of high school, is to get a credit card. Now, I know you guys are like, well, how am I going to get money to put down on a secure credit card? Honestly, if you're 18 and you haven't had a job, or you don't want a job, or just, you don't have to be a crazy job, just get you a job where you can at least make $100 and put that $100 towards getting a secure credit card. It's a one-time thing. You probably spend $100 on shoes or all kind of dumb, silly stuff anyway, games, girls, whatever it is, dudes. Take yourself $100 to the side and put it on a secure credit card and lock that in. That is rule number 1. I think you need to start working on that immediately. All right. On to step number 2. Step number 2, I would suggest investing into the stock market. Now, what should you invest in, right? I would recommend investing in the companies. First off, let me start over. I would recommend investing into ETFs. If you don't know what ETFs are, they're pretty much a one stock that has like multiple different companies in the one stock. So S&P 500, which is SPY, or VOO, which is Vanguard, or QQQ. Those are like some of the major ETFs that you can invest in. But if you don't want to go that route, find yourself 1 or 2 stocks that you really like. So for example, if you buy the new, if your parents or you buy the new iPhone every year, I think it would make sense for you to put some money into Apple, you know, as much as you can. You might not have all the money in the world to put toward it. At least be consistent with putting your money into a specific stock. So like I said, if you love Apple, put $5 a day if you can afford that. That's about $140 a month. If you can't afford that, put $1 a day. Just put something in there to discipline yourself on putting money in the stock market. So I think Apple's a good one. Walmart, because a lot of people still shop at Walmart. You know, you go grocery shopping at Walmart, McDonald's. Some of you young kids still eating McDonald's, so invest in McDonald's. Starbucks, if you love your Starbucks, gotta have it. Invest in Starbucks. Invest in companies where you spend your money the most. Amazon. Anything where you're spending your money, you need to own that company. All right. Your phone bill, your bank. So if you have a bank, Chase, US Bank, any bank, invest in those. All right. So that is strategy number 2 / my number 2 absolute thing you should do when you are 18. And third and final, this is going to sound like just super annoying and boring, but find yourself a job. Now, when I say find a job, I don't mean go work a full-time job and be stuck there 9 to 5 trying to, bust your ass. I mean, find you something that you enjoy doing for money. So if it is a full-time job, hey, it's a full-time job. If it's a part-time job, then hey, find you something on the side where you have your part-time job and you're doing this on the side to also bring you in some extra income. The faster that you can get on having a side hustle and having a job, the more successful you will be. All right. So that is my personal 3 strategies, 3-step rules on if you are getting out of high school and wanted to somewhat be successful in the future. I highly suggest doing those 3 things. Anything past that, you're just going to be even more successful. But those are the 3 things I would start with. So if you don't know what to do or what platforms to use for investing, you can use Cash App. Most of you kids use Cash App, so just use Cash App. You can go right on there and start investing today with a Cash App account. You don't need Robinhood, you don't need all those other crazy things, and just put $1 a day into one specific stock or one specific company that you really like. That's all you have to do. Put it like this: if my 6-year-old daughter can do it, obviously she's using one of my accounts. If she can do it and she's entertained and she's seeing how it works, you can do it too. All right. So there is no excuses. If you're trying to be successful, there shouldn't be no excuses. And I wish I could go back to high school and do this. I started a little late. So, that's why I'm starting my daughter out at 6 years old and doing the things that I would have done at her age, or even, when she's in high school. So set yourself up, try to get yourself to where you don't have to have a full-time job later in the future. And if you do have a full-time job, you at least have the proper setup to where you don't have to rely on that job. All right. That's all I have for you guys today. More video for you guys to come. Let's get to 7,000 subscribers so we can do a $100 giveaway. We're just going to give away $100 to anybody once we reach 7,000 subscribers. We're almost there. So that's it. Subscribe to the channel. Invite your friends and family. Scoofy here, and I'm out.